Hello everybody, my name is Ali. I'm the founder of Polystructure. So I'm making this video regarding how safe to operate the Polystructure WR3. So I got several comments after I posted the first video about this machine looks like a fire hazard. There are water channels on top of the electronics, so it's potentially a fire hazard, etc., etc. First, I wanted to point out that this is the prototype machine. It's not the final product. It's currently under heavy testing, so there are still numerous improvements that I need to complete. Let's look at the electronics bay at first. So I want to show you how waterproof is this electronics bay. As you can see, there's one single piece of aluminum that is banded with from there, so it's a single piece, not a welded or something that is held together with the screws. And there are waterproof rubber sealants going around right under here, and looping over there. Same back over here. So this waterproof seal compressed with this side panel and it's tightened to this 2020 aluminum profile, so it's really watertight. So unless there's any assembly problems, or if it's this loose, of course it will lose water. So it's very important to tighten these screws as much as possible to avoid any leakages. Also, this panel, as you can see, it's bended like 80 degrees angle. So if there's any water overflowing from here down there, it will safely move down back to the electronics bay panel and goes down here to the ground. As you can see, the water simply safely go down through here. And it is fully dry. So what about these little screw holes? If this is a waterproof electronics bay, so these screws will have Buna rubbers underneath them that is compressed by the screw. So these screw holes will be also waterproof as well. So this is the first safety feature, and the second safety feature is this whole pumping mechanism is fully watertight. So these are the submergible water pumps that is normally submerged inside a water tank. So these are naturally watertight, and these tanks are the same, the watertight tanks. And there are two sensors and one sensor on each tank, which is also watertight temperature sensors, and one of the water tanks has a heater element, which is also a watertight, that is supposed to be put inside the water heaters. And all this system is powered by 24 DC, 24 volt DC power brick that is outside of the machine for another safety feature. So this is not an AC powered machine, this is all 24 volts DC machine. So the worst thing can happen is short circuit and the power will cut off itself, because it has this power brick has a short circuit protection that will cut the power immediately if there's any short circuits going on in there. On the next iteration, I'm going to add a water shield over here about that high, that it will be a single piece that will go through there, and replace this top panel. So it will be one piece L-shaped banded panel that will also add an extra protection in case of there's any water spillage or some water drops coming out of the machine during the normal operation, to avoid any water as much as possible to going through there. Also, I also decided to add another angle here, so this panel will be like this 5-degree angular. So if there's any water from here, it will go down from that back there and go slowly from here. Avoid the electronics bay. Also, I never showed the back side of the machine. There's a cooler radiator here, and there will be a 24 volts powered cooling fans. So these cooling fans will be fully waterproof. So this will be a special kind of fans that even with there's a water contact, it will still keep working without any problems. So another extra feature I'm probably gonna add is covers on top of these water channels to contain the water further, and probably also this will isolate the water, so it will keep the temperatures much more stable. In the future, I also plan to add a water leakage sensor underneath here, maybe here. If there's any water detected over this section, the machine will simply shut off itself immediately. There is also another feature that I would like to mention. This machine uses deionized water. So it's a fully purified water that does not conduct any electricity. Also, it will include a silver colloidal inside both of these tanks that will also kill all the germs and bacteria during the operation. So it will ensure that the filament is purified as possible to avoid any contaminants. On top of all these safety features, there's going to be some minor improvements as well, starting with these water channels. So these water channels are simply a little bit small. So for the next version, I'm going to enlarge these channels to hold more water to avoid more leakages. The reason there's a leakage during the turning on and turning off operation, the bottom channel cannot hold more water when the machine is turned off, because when the machine is turned off, the excess water on the top channel simply rush down to the bottom channel and overflowing it. So on the next version, there will be a much more larger, wider and higher channel to hold all the water that's coming from upper channel. So you also probably realize that there are some waters around here and some underneath here, and I was shooting there. So these are just caused by the overflowing issue that I mentioned earlier, because of this small underneath channel. So this will be fixed in the next iteration. So there should be no these water spillages anymore during the starting up and shutting down operations. These machines should be operated under supervision no matter what for the safety procedures. So these machines should never be left alone while it's in operation. So that's all, folks. If you have any questions, please ask them below to the comments and I will try to answer all of them. Thank you.